All right, so for someone that claims to uphold the law and respect the rule of law, recently, there's an invitation by the police force which you have declined to honor. Now, as someone who claims, you respect the law, don't you think this is a blatant disregard of that law that you claim to respect and uphold?
Well, there's a reason why I said I was not going to honor the invitation in Lagos, and it is simply because I think the invitation is malicious. Now, make it make sense that I am calling you out that you have compromised the case by pinning murder on an innocent man, and the next thing I'm getting invites from Lagos. Meanwhile, I live in Abuja, and in Abuja where I live is the headquarters of MPF NCCC that is headed by an AIG, and you're calling me to Lagos to come and answer a question where I can answer here in Abuja. The headquarters of police is here in Abuja, so I think it's just malicious, and then they are looking for a way to trap me or maybe take my phone and maybe delete evidence or whatever thing that they plan to do. So whatever thing they want to do, they should do it here. Also, see, I would like to just throw light on this matter real quick, right? Now, it's about two persons, right? The first person's name is Sheriff Salami. He was killed in 2023, around April 2023. Now, this guy, Sheriff Salami, attended the burial at Mobi Road around the island. As he was coming out, some persons shot him. The bullet didn't penetrate him. Then they chased him into a house, and then they used cutlass to unalive him. Now, there's another person that was killed in that same manner in 2024. Now, the police in 2026 arrested two suspects, and these two suspects named Bariga and Fabo. The first person was arrested on the 6th of January 2026, and the second person was arrested on 24th January 2026. There's a video that came out after the arrest, and in this video, these people confess that they killed Sheriff Salami. And the reason why they killed Sheriff Salami is that Sheriff Salami is a rival cult member. These people, they claim that they belong to the Aye confraternity, and Sheriff belongs to the Aye confraternity, and this is why they killed him, because Sheriff had previously unalived one of their own member called Apetuzobo, and one of them also said something about his manhood, that Sheriff did something to his manhood, and for this reason they saw him in their territory and they unalived him. Yeah, they confessed. 1 month later, surprisingly, the police brought them out again, and then came another video. And in this video, these people, the police were asking them questions, and the next thing the police said, Ahmed, who did Ahmed send to go and kill this person? Who did Ahmed send to go and kill this person? They led the suspect on, and even the suspects were looking like Ahmed. At some point in the interview, in the interrogation, one of them said, which Ahmed are you talking about? The police then had to tell them that Ahmed Ajiro. Right? So they were the one that led these guys. Then they now even said, who did Ahmed send? They said it's a guy called Bode. That a guy called Bode was sent to contract them to unalive Sheriff Salami. Right? And then the police said, where is Bode? Said Bode is in Germany. Cut the long story short, that was how they recorded that. Okay, let's leave that one, by the way. Now, police, you said the link to Ahmed, that you are accusing Ahmed, you are arresting Ahmed because Ahmed contracted somebody to contract these people to unalive Sheriff Salami. This person's name is Bode. Where is this Bode? Have you created the link between Bode and Ahmed, or you just concluded based off on what those people said? That's number one. Number two, when Ahmed was eventually arrested, they wrote to the IG that the AIG, then it was the CP, AIG Moshujimo, had compromised the case, and the IG now instructed that Panti should carry out investigation. The result from the investigation is actually mind-blowing. The result of the investigation says that Ahmed does not know these guys. They've gone through their phone. He doesn't know them. The result of the investigation is here. And it clearly says also that, this body that these people are talking about, we don't know them. We cannot identify this body. So therefore, Ahmed does not even have a case to answer based on what is here. But they're still insisting and holding him. But this is number one. I just wanted to roast number one. So let's go to the second person that was unalived, right? We're talking about Prince Ademola Akinloye. Now, this Prince Ademola Akinloye, this suspect that was arrested, they asked them, what do you know about Prince Ademola Akinloye? At every given opportunity, they denied knowing anything about Prince Ademola Akinloye. They denied it 100%. Even the police, in the report from Moshood Jimo, in his report, he stated it there that this suspect don't know anything about Prince Ademola Akinloye. But this same Prince Ademola Akinloye was pinned on Ahmed, that Ahmed was the one that unalived him, when the report from Jimo clearly stated that the police did not do an investigation. And I'll tell you why the police did not do an investigation, because I believe that Jimo have been compromised. You know why? The day Prince Ademola Akinloye was unalive, based on the investigation that was done and the reports that I can see here, the day he was unalive, he was said to be in his farm. In 2024, he was in his farm. On that money, around April 24th, on that money, he kept on receiving a call, and then they were calling him. He told everybody in his farm that, see, my brother is calling me, my older brother Babajide Akinloye is calling me to come to the palace, that my father wants to see me, but I need to eat, I am hungry. He sent a guy called Monday, go and buy me food. But his brother kept on calling him, and the call started coming in repeatedly, so he had to leave the food and he went home. As he was going home, a car, a Suzuki, a white Suzuki, hit him from behind. He came down to look at the damage, and that was how he was shot. He was shot, and then they came down and they just completed it with a machete. Now, they took the dead body and they deposited it at the morgue, right? They deposited it and they took his phone. They also deposited the phone and gave the phone to the police for investigation. This is brother Babajide Akinloye that called him to come out, went to the police, went to the morgue and collected the body and said, see, we don't need you to do an autopsy. This is an affidavit that is what's an affidavit. He said, we don't need you to do investigation on this matter. We are Muslims. We want my brother. Don't do any investigation. Leave it alone. This one passed. 10 days later, the brother came again and signed a bond and collected his brother's phone. Now, this phone is what would have helped the police to do a proper investigation. A forensic on this phone would have stated that, come, maybe somebody was threatening Prince Ademola Akinloye on the phone, but we don't know this person. Maybe by going through his phone, then we can know the people that are threatening this guy. But his older brother that called him to come out, collected his phone, this same person stopped the police from doing an autopsy. So therefore, his brother stopped the entire investigation. But then again, what did the police do? Without investigating this matter, they just pinned it on Ahmed. Now, the interesting part of this all is, this same guy we are talking about is doing business with the current AIG Moshujimo. They are currently talking about land business. There's a phone call where this Ahmed Tajuddin is saying that the AIG is not going to lay his hand on that land in Aja. So AIG is joining them to do land business. So maybe I'm suspecting that maybe Ahmed, because Ahmed is challenging him that you are not going to get this so land, that is why they decide to pin the murder on him. And like I said, this report from Panti, this report is dated 23 of May. From Panti says otherwise. It says that this person does not know nothing. The day these people was unalive, this person was not even around. Everything here exonerate that guy. But yeah, you are putting it on him. Let me tell you my interest in this matter. It's not because I know Ahmed, but the justice system of this country is currently failing. And we need to stand up together and say, no, justice should be justice. Not when some people can wake up in the morning and cook up a story. So tomorrow, me and you that is interviewing me, we are fighting. I will tell one senior police officer, we'll all arrange together and we'll pin murder on you because we don't want to see you work, or because you are challenging our business. No. All right, so the AIG needs to come forth and talk instead of inviting me to Lagos to do what?
Okay, so with all the findings now that you've presented, don't you, since you're someone that you are not new to the law, you're not new to even the courts, the judicial system, why haven't you probably maybe taken it to the courts, maybe try to sort of build a case against this on this particular case? Don't you think you should take it to court?
First of all, Court is in recess. Is it recess that they call it? And even the National Assembly. Yeah. We wanted to take it up. We have written the letters down, but nobody is actually around. But we are going to take it up. I will expect the Inspector General of Police to set up a panel, but then I don't know why he hasn't done that yet. And me, to the best of my knowledge, I will make sure everybody know about this, so that when they charge your brother tomorrow for a case, you tell them to investigate that case properly. The Nigerian police, we are losing confidence in them. Tomorrow, I don't even believe all the cases that Jimo have charged to court at this point. It's possible that these people didn't know anything. And also, I forgot to even say this part. One of the suspects was tortured and he died in custody. That was how they carried that one and went to go and bury. One of the suspects died in custody. If you're called, they wrote it there in their statement. I have their statement here. Okay, the suspects.
If you're called to provide evidence,
the suspect said this. That's come. The reason why we agreed.
If you're called to provide evidence,
it's in their statement. Okay. The statement it's in their statement.
All right.
They wrote it in their statement and they submitted it to the police. It's here.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, well, I guess.
So they said it's because somebody died out of torture. That's why they admitted that it is Ahmed. That they don't know Ahmed. It's because somebody died out of torture. That's why they agreed. And lastly, again, before you ask your question, we later found out from the statement that it was not even the police that was interrogating the suspect. It was a man called Are Fakorede. Instead of the police, that Jimo brought his friend Arefa Korede that is also in the land business to come and interrogate the suspect and tell the suspect what to say and tell them to mention a name. Come on.
All right, okay. Well said, well said. I guess we'll follow up and also, like I said, file in court and follow it up to see if justice can actually be served.